Did you know that there's a national contest where students design, build, and test wind turbines? Stick around and you'll see. You and I have an insatiable appetite for electricity. Come with me and we'll look at the issues relative to wind farms and the communities that they serve. This is the Windfarm Guy. Hi, this is Dennis Stout, and thank you for joining me for this episode of the Windfarm Guy. Today I am at the American Clean Power Convention in San Antonio, Texas, and at this conference is this is kidWIND. It's a contest for teams that are designing and creating and testing their own wind turbines. And I have with me Michael Arquin.
Arquin, yeah.
And Michael oversees all of this. Michael, thank you for joining me today.
Happy to do it.
Can you just kind of briefly tell us, how did all of this begin?
Sure. kidWIND started about, that's going on 18 years ago, 2004. I was a middle and high school science teacher that was looking for ways to I did a lot of solar with my kids. I wanted to do some wind energy and just started inventing. And a lot of the stuff the kids are using over here came out of a lot of those early days of like inventing materials, helping kids kind of get into wind energy kind of cheaply in their classroom. A lot of the equipment was very expensive. And then the challenge part here is just kind of over the last 10 years slowly grown from, you know, maybe 10 or 20 in the United States to 40 or 50. And these are kind of the best kids in the
40 or 50
regional
programs.
events. Yep, regional events each year. Nice. And then these are kind of the best of the best.
And in each of the events, there's a bunch of different schools and programs that are involved in it.
We usually go, a lot of very commonly, a wind farm developer or other developer will come into a town, they're building a wind farm, and they want to do something with schools, and they don't know what they're doing. So they'll call us and say, hey, we want to help train teachers, we want to do a kidWIND challenge, and it's a process. So we go, they fund it, and then we reach out to maybe like a couple of districts in the area, we invite the teachers for training, and then maybe 6 months later, we hold a smaller version of this that sort of is localized in, say, a part of a state or something.
Right. So these students are from all over the country.
Yep, Alaska and Mexico too.
Exactly. Yeah, I saw a team from Alaska. But so they design the turbines. What are the parameters there? Are they a certain size, made of certain materials?
So the tunnels have a certain size. They're 4 feet by 4 feet, so they got to fit in there. The only major thing they all have the same is there's a generator. We have a specific kind of generator, and everything else can be their own. Now we have other kits and stuff to help them get started, but at this level, they're all going custom. Nobody's using our like stock equipment and stuff like that. Gotcha. They're going custom. To compete here, you've got to kind of up your game a little bit.
Right. So they all have the same generator,
yep.
And you're measuring the output.
The power and energy output over, usually these tests are 30 seconds in each tunnel. And the tunnels behind me here are 3 different wind speeds, so they have to sort of deal with different wind speeds and things like that.
Oh, and they go through each of them.
Right. They got 3 tests in each one. You'll see they might have tokens. They have these tokens that get them in the tunnel, and if they run out of tokens, no more tests.
Okay. All right, Caleb. What was your role in this? Do all of you have the same job? I mean, how does this work?
We each have multiple jobs. So one of us does the angles of our blades, and one of us might work on oiling our gears. We kind of all switch jobs. We all do some of all of it. So it's all helping each other out.
But that's not all. I was here yesterday, and there were some floating ones.
We have just this event. We're piloting 3 new challenges. One is a floating offshore where they have to deal with waves and wind.
Right.
Upstairs there's a hydropower challenge, so they're designing water power devices, and a solar kind of circuits challenge. So those are 3 kind of new pilots we're doing here today.
Nice.
Yeah.
A couple of questions, more questions. Where do you see this going in the future?
Right. So we want to have the goal is to have what we would almost term a clean energy Olympics. So we'd have all these different events in all the different areas of renewables. And the major reason we do this, number one, is we're here with the college guys, so it's a workforce dimension. So we want these kids to know these jobs exist. How would they get into them? So that's one big thing. I'm a science teacher by training, so I'm always just trying to make science education better through different, bringing in content that is relevant, timely, and that kind of stuff. Engaging, and then helping. And we spend most of my time actually is training teachers to integrate it. So helping them see. Teachers are very busy. It's hard to figure out how to do it. So we spend a lot of time doing like teacher workshops. So like the companies we work with, they'll hire us and we'll come in and we'll do like a teacher workshop with 30, 40 teachers. We'll give them a bunch of equipment, and then they'll sort of start to graduate to the bigger stuff. Slowly get to that, because it takes some time to figure it all out. Too.
Rikki, why do you do this?
Well, it's a lot of fun learning about the renewable energy resources, and we have a great school and a great coaches. I really like hands-on engineering and like electrical engineering, so that's sort of why I do it.
Now, if a community or school or group they're interested in this, how do they get a hold of you?
Well, the best way, we have a ton of open source free materials at kidWIND.org, and I mean hundreds of pages of materials and content. If a district or sort of a local community has a wind farm near them, or somebody who's building, we have connections with almost all the developers. And if a school or a district says, I'm really interested, you go to the website, hit the contact us and say, hey Mike, I'm in Kansas and I think this wind farm's near me. Can we do something? I usually know who to call, and they're wind developers and any of the developers, they want to help schools. Sometimes they don't know what they're doing, but if they get a call from a local school, they'll be like, sure, we're in. I mean, I rarely have a problem getting them to get engaged. And there's barriers to schools doing this. One of them is cost, one of them is time and teacher knowledge. We can usually break down the cost. If you've got some sort of developer near you, I can get you trained up, and then it's more like how much energy you got to put into it. So that kind of stuff.
You like engineering? Mm-hmm. Are you good in math?
Yeah, kind of. My mom's a math teacher, so I sort of have to be good at it. Okay,
I want to end with one final question.
Sure.
If there was something that you wish the public knew, what would that be?
I guess for me, in this space, is that I don't think people really understand how much opportunity is out there in the power sector in general and renewables for kids who are interested in this space. And I'm not just talking like STEM and careers, like just the entire industry. We're gonna need 500,000 employees in 5 years. Like, where are these kids gonna come from? So if you've got a kid or anybody who's like not sure where they wanna go and they have any affinity for this, start moving them in that direction. It's just gonna be,
see if they like it.
We're gonna need them. We're just straight up gonna need them. Like, or the work won't get done, and we'll be stuck back with the other stuff. So just help those kids find their path, I think, is the big deal.
All right. So how did y'all do with your turbine today?
So today we just finished up some of our testing. We did some of the instant challenges. When we were testing, our highest was 69 joules, I think, and our lowest is about 14 in the low speed wind tunnel.
Nice. How many years have you done this?
This will be my second year, and we did make nationals last year, so this is my first in-person year of nationals.
Are you proud of what y'all did today?
Yeah, I am proud. I think we've been doing really good. This is our first time at one of the in-person nationals. We did it last year, but because it was virtual, it's definitely not the same as all.
I think I did pretty well this year. I don't know, I think we kind of got blown out on the wind turbine testing, but we did do pretty well on our presentation, and I believe we did pretty well on the instant challenges.
Michael, thank you very much for what you're doing here and doing with the kids. And you've been doing this how many years now?
Getting close to 20.
20 years.
Yeah, getting close to 20. All right. I always joke, I don't think I can do anything else anymore. I got one trick I got, so.
You're a one-trick horse.
I'm a one-trick horse now.
Michael, thank you. I sure appreciate it.
Yeah, very nice to meet you.
You bet, nice to meet you too.
Yeah.
This is Dennis Stout, and I'm the Windfarm Guy. Thank you for watching. Working together, we can make good energy decisions and save our planet. I am the Windfarm Guy.